Yes, the head coach of the Bradley Braves. He was the top player in the country under 6 feet when he was a point guard at Bradley. Led the Braves to one of the greatest years in Valley history. And now working on a 4th straight year trying to get to the postseason as Bradley's head coach. Let's take a look at our lineups now. Presentation of Bud Light. The difference is drinkability. A couple of young lineups here now for Bradley. McCain is a good lead guard. He's just a freshman. Dunson, a transfer here. Maniscalco's hit some big shots through his career. Collins in the middle, tries to eat things up. He's got to change shots. For Drake, Young is the leader, but Parker and Stanley get it going. Parker and Stanley get it going too. And then Bucky Cox has been one of the more underrated players in the country over the past 2 years. And Mark Phelps, new head coach at Drake, 10 years at NC State and 2 years at Arizona State under Herb Sendek, sitting in the chair next to Herb. Now he's got the big chair here in Des Moines. 14-10 start, but again, they started winning their 4 of their first 5 Valley games. They lost 6 of their last 7, trying to get it back on track. Bradley, 3 straight postseason bids, 21 wins, 22 wins, 22 wins. They've been good here at Drake the last 2 years. Last year, Drake, an awesome story. We'll feature that game here a year ago at our during our Cardinal Glennon halftime report. It was a last-second shot by Jeremy Crouch, and Drake was upset here at home after winning 13 straight, and it was Bradley that did it.
You know, an interesting national story just a week ago was Coach Yao passing North Carolina State, and right there was the person. You look at Coach Phelps, his office is literally across the hall from Coach Yao for 8 years. He said you would not want to meet a better person that fought harder for 3 decades with her battle of cancer, 700 wins, a gold medal, and Coach Phelps wanted us to remember her and, of course, the awareness that we all should have for cancer.
Kay Yao's sister, Susan, coached at Drake as a women's coach at one time. Let's get our series history. It's brought to you by Sirius Satellite Radio. Everything worth listening to is now in Sirius XM. Visit Sirius.com. Bradley leads it overall. 2 long rivals. They've won 4 of the last 5. The last 2 here at home, although you see Drake had the better of it for a while. And the first possession will be Drake's. Game on in America's Renaissance Conference, the Missouri Valley Conference. It's Drake and Bradley in Des Moines.
And the Bradley Braves with their man-to-man defense, the perimeter players love to come out, put pressure on the ball, pressure on the first pass. You'll see denial. Make Drake stay outside that arc with pressure on him. Drake not known for their inside post presence.
Josh Young, nice take. Not there. A save and a stick back. Adam Templeton, the transfer from Cal Irvine. And that's something that Drake's got to get done. When they rebound the basketball, in fact, when they've out-rebounded their opponents, they're 10-0, Matt.
They've been terrific. Rebounding a superb key for them. And when you talk different keys to the game.
And how about your State Farm keys to the game? Brought to you by State Farm. Great service, great rates. It's all here. Nobody takes care of you like State Farm.
Hey, the Bradley Braves shoot 40% from the arc, and they need to give an extra pass, not just take it up when they're open for the first time. Drake get 20 free throws, and if they can get 12 points in the paint, they've already got 2. That opens up their outside game.
McCain and Stanley, a little battle inside. The 2 little guards. Bucky Cox loves this shot, but not this time. And Edwin McCain, although he's 5'11", averages 3 boards a game. It's Bradley's board here, and the Braves get a chance to set up their half-court offense.
You talk McCain, just a freshman, a true freshman. You think about freshmen hitting the wall, they got to get him out of the gym. He loves to come in and do that extra work.
Maniscalco shovels it off. Theron Wilson slicing, leaves it thin. And Bucky Cox, the leading rebounder in the Valley at 8 caroms a game. Down the floor, goaltending. Drake's got the first 4 points of the game.
And a run out by a 6'4" power forward. Templeton getting down there. Terrific run out, beating the red jerseys down the court. And not make Jim Les very happy. Transition defense.
And just a matter of Bradley not getting back at all.
And we talked about the Braves and their man-to-man. Well, it's Drake in their zone.
Collins, I'm not sure what he's going to do with this. He's going to put it in the basket.
It's a horse shot.
He had nothing going on. Surrounded by the Drake student body, and slops one in for Bradley's first two.
That's an H on Cox. Couldn't stop it.
He's coming off his season high 11 against Northern Iowa, however, is Collins. There's a walk, too quick with the first step. Josh Parker. Rick Hartzell makes the call, and a turnover for Drake.
And that's a little bit of what has happened to Drake lately. They've kind of rushed their offense. They've struggled making shots. They've struggled with their percentage from the field. So it's like each player is trying to get it going for them and get it going for the team, and then you get a turnover.
McCain, not about shooting. Still 20 to shoot for the Braves. Maniscalco off the kick out, and Cox has his second rebound. Deep three, Parker off the side of the iron. Templeton has been active early in this game, calls timeout, and saves the possession.
And again, a one pass and done at the offensive end. Parker getting that shot up very quickly, but saved by Templeton.
Templeton, good early minutes in this game. Closed captioning for tonight's game brought to you by Emerson, the global manufacturing and technology company. To learn more, visit emerson.com. Emerson, consider it solved.
Well, as we talk, what you're going to look at are two different styles of defense. The Bradley Braves with their man-to-man, sometimes they'll extend a little bit, do some double teaming pressure, where Drake relies primarily on dropping back in the 1-2-2 or a 3-2 zone, and they'll do some different things out of it with traps. But basically, they're trying to keep you out of that three-point arc. And as we've talked before, there's a sweet spot in the middle of that, in the heart of it, right where the blue is, that painted area. Opens up sometimes against Drake. You can get some easy shots inside.
See if Drake finds the sweet spot on the underneath inbounds. Bradley zoning.
Yep, Bradley will zone the out-of-bounds play. Give you a different look.
Craig Stanley has been good at the lead guard position for Drake this year, junior college transfer. Drake will be patient looking at this hustling Bradley zone. Stanley doesn't hit many of these. It's only his 7th make all season from 3, but when he makes a 3, Drake is 5-1.
Well, when I watched that last possession, Drake never even got a touch inside. All those passes, Mitch, were all on the perimeter. I think there are 8 passes there, and you still end up with a shot you had at the beginning. Patience at the other end allows the Braves to get into D.C., and David Collins with another finish.
Wilson finds the land of milk and honey, slicing down and finding that spot you talked about, and they found the sweet spot. Penetration, Parker in the corner. Nobody but Bradley players around the ball. 7-4 Drake.
See again if Bradley looks for a little patience. Trying to get in that deep blue.
The skip pass. Benson missing, and there's Theron Wilson. You said he's a Player of the Year candidate. That's 2 straight buckets for Theron Wilson.
And I tell you, he is a terrific offensive rebounder from that weak side because of his great jumping ability, and he has time to see where that ball is coming off.
Templeton misfires. Wilson with his 3rd board. He averages 7 per game. And there's a foul coming to legal screen, I believe. Dave Drucker's going to write up the ticket on the 7-footer David Collins. Drake with the early lead in Des Moines.
Casey's, it's all good. Casey's, it's all right.
It's all good at Casey's General Stores. Right now, buy any large specialty pizza and get any medium single topping pizza for only $8.
Made fresh for your order. Meat and cheese piled high for you. Casey's General Store. Casey's, it's all good.
Connecting Missouri with 27,000 miles of power lines means each and every mile must be reliable. Because when the skies turn dark, every mile must show its strength. We're Ameren UE, working every day, improving our delivery system. UE, ratcheting up our routine so you can enjoy undisturbed comfort in yours. Learn how we're improving reliability at uepoweron.com.
Ask.
Why buy your next vehicle from Geyser Ford in Roanoke? Because of our incredible selection. We have over 200 new and used vehicles in stock. Looking for a four-wheel or all-wheel drive pickup or SUV? Come on in and see our inventory of the 09 F-150s or the all-new Ford Flex. Want something that gets great gas mileage? Check out the fuel-efficient Ford Focus.
Geyser Ford, small-town dealer, small-town prices with big city inventory. Drive safe, drive smart, drive quality, drive green. Just drive one. Be wiser. Buy Geyser.
Are high tax preparation fees taking away from your tax refund? Quick Tax USA has the affordable tax preparation you've been looking for with RAL loans as quick as 24 hours. Ask about our 2020 friendly referral program. When you refer family or friends to Quick Tax USA, they receive $20 off the cost of their tax return, and you receive $20 referral cash. Refer 5 people, put $100 in your pocket. Go online and print as many coupons as you need. Now with Quick Tax USA. Pekin.
4 points has helped Drake to a 1-point lead at the under-16 timeout in the first half. Stay tuned for the intermission report brought to you by Cardinal Glennon Children's Medical Center, where a love for kids keeps on growing. Drake hoping to turn it on, recapture the Magic. Earlier today, Southern Illinois won on the road, beating Missouri State 72-64 in MAC. That is a depleted Southern Illinois team. No Brian Mullins. I had him the other night. They had Dillard that fouled out late. They've ended with no point guards, but they're getting those freshmen to play better. Bocott had a big game today.
Well, and they've got Dillard and they've got Hare, freshmen. We look at this conference, 20 of the 50 starters are freshmen or sophomores. So the basic group, that's a lot of good players returning and a lot of agony if you're the opponent.
Bradley, again, has been very good defensively. Over the last 13 games, only one team, Creighton, has scored more than 70. To shoot. Bradley's team taking some pride in this defense. Drake's not even close. I don't know where Stanley's going. Templeton from NBA range. Out there, he came into the game just 3 of 12 shooting in his last 2 home games. Now 2 of 4 tonight, but that was a rush one.
You start talking about struggling at the offensive end. You can see right there, nothing going towards the basket for Drake, and wide open in the corner.
And a 3. Edwin McCain, the freshman, has his 13th three-point make in just 36 attempts, but that was in rhythm, and Bradley's got a 9-7 lead.
They're wide open. Drake's zone was caught way inside. Now you look again, Bradley really extending out there, making Drake start literally 30 feet away from the basket.
And outside of an offensive rebound, Drake has not had an inside touch until now. Cox, Templeton, offensive board by Josh Young. He had 10 rebounds in one game against Indiana State. He's only 6'1".
Well, Templeton has already got 5 shots up out of the team's 10. Sometimes you have to understand some of your other options. And Templeton, although he's gotten 2 of them to go down, you've got to figure a way to get Parker and Josh Young some touches and get them going, as well as Bucky Cox. That's the big 3.
Drake has missed their last 4 field goals attempts. John Michael Hall is in now for Drake. He's played good of late for the Bulldogs. Also, Bill Eady is in to eat up some minutes. He sets the ball screen, trying to get Josh Young a look.
Eady, if he gets a chance, he'll shoot the 3. But again, it's a great job by the Braves of taking away Young and Parker.
Stanley, excellent penetration. Cox, long again on that 3.
And that's 2 of them, and both of them have been long. Both terrific looks, and as you said, that's where he lives, in that corner.
He shoots just under 40 from 3-point range. He said 44. Let's talk about the defense here. Jim Les had to adjust. Let's be honest now. He lost Andrew Warren to a stress fracture. Expected to be one of the top Valley players this year. Then he lost Egolf. He said, okay, we got to do things differently and really stress the defensive end, and his team has responded.
And it's been a terrific mental change for a coaching staff who in October, November thought they were going to have one team, and ends up in January they've got another. And for a coaching staff to say we got to change and change players on the fly has been a terrific accomplishment by the Braves.
Les has had to do that several times in his Bradley career. He had that great team in 2006 There's a Sweet 16 team that beat Kansas in the NCAA tournament that had Marcellus Somerville and O'Brien in the middle. Then he had to switch. He went small with 3 small guards, changed the way they play. This year, because of the injuries, he said, I mean, they've always been decent defensively, but this year he said, we have got to start with defense to have a chance.
And get some points off the defense. And that's what they've been able to do. So 3 different styles in a 4-year period by Jim Les, an NBA coach. And I think part of his upbringing through the NBA, he does that because he played for a number of different coaches with different styles. And all of them were successful when you matched up with your talent.
Cox finds John Michael Hall. Right back to Cox. Edey for 3. Book it. You called it. He had 17 in the game earlier this year. He's 38 from 3, and that's his 16th make from bonus distance.
When he gets a feel for the flow of the game, he can step back and hit that. It's a great rhythm shot for him.
Break by 1 at the 12:25 mark of the first half.
Well, they found that right corner that time. It's been open a couple of times. They're having trouble getting back to the left corner.
Bradley answers.
The corners are open because you have 2 people along the baseline that have to cover the whole width of that baseline court, and they're unable to do it so far early in this game.
Darian Norris had the 3. Josh Young will go to the line, getting fouled here off penetration. The foul is going to be on Theron Wilson. That's his first, and just the second Bradley Brave foul. Now look at Wilson, the senior from Now, you talked about Bill Edey being able to step out. What about a big stepping out and shooting a 3 from this range? Well, let's see it the first on the Young toss.
Edey being able to come out, and he's 2 steps behind that arc, and he's got Sam Sang coming out on him, closing out. Sam's a slow closer, got plenty of time to look and finish it.
Bigs usually don't go out that far to cover another big.
They feel very uncomfortable out there. It's kind of like getting out there and all of a sudden notice you got a sheet of toilet paper on your shoe. I gotta go somewhere else.
Josh Young good at the line. He's top 20 in the country at 85%. Jim Les's team tied on the road with Mark Phelps's Drake Bulldogs. Just under 12 minutes to go in the first half. Chris Roberts is in now for the Braves. Jim Les. 4 bench players, and there's a bad pass. That's an instance where Bradley sped itself up that time, Matt.
Yep.
12-12 tie in Des Moines.
Where can you get the best milk? From Tom, from Russ, from Laura and Maggie.
It comes from all of us.
We're Prairie Farms, and we don't just work for the dairy, we are the dairy, making sure the milk in your child's school, in your stores, and on your table is fresh and healthy, handled with the kind of care that your family deserves.
We are Prairie Farms Dairy.
Ask for us, the farmer-owned dairy.
It might just take a little something different, a break from the norm, ordinary clock ticking the same time, same old with the flick of a switch, a new light, new mood, new tone, new pitch, voila, pleasureful indeed, oh yeah, satisfy my need, alright, how I long to be, my soul on fire and my spirit free, whoa, whoa, yeah, yeah, whoa, whoa.
I know this drill. I rack up a big charge on my credit card. I get a tote bag.
Well, actually, with our points program, you can get gift cards, flat screen TVs, even plane tickets.
How do you get enough points for that?
Oh, all kinds of ways. By using your debit card, your credit cards, checking account.
I don't believe you.
What?
You messing with me, right?
No, I'm not messing with you.
Can I still get the tote bag?
Absolutely.
It's not just banking. It's National City.
Gatorade presents tonight's Valley legend, Drake's Maury John, a 4-time Valley Coach of the Year. His 211 victories make him Drake's all-time winningest coach. A native of Sweet Springs, Missouri, he punctuated his Drake career by leading the Bulldogs to the 1969 Final Four, narrowly lost to UCLA, and then beat North Carolina in the third-place game. A member of the Valley Athletics Hall of Fame, he was inducted posthumously in 2000. Maury John of Drake. Gatorade, is it in you? Drake was forced to win a national title that year. All right, 12-12 tie here. Josh Young, he's been like a study in physiology.
Well, he really has. been a target all year, and one of the targets is targets of physical activity. He got 11 stitches right there in that left eye, and then he's also had other problems. You start going down to his elbow, you see there he's got that little elastic band. Then he fell on his wrist, sprained it. Early in the year, he bruised his knee, and last summer, he had an operation on an ankle. So, I mean, top to bottom, I would say Josh Young isn't 100%.
You get 3 hours of credit for anatomy and physiology.
I got through it.
You did, very good. Barronbrook in now for Drake. He's got possession.
And he's the designated three-point shooter. He's only taken 2 twos all year.
John Michael Hall, there's a deep one. Barronbrook way off. Heemskirk with the offensive board.
Got to shoot it. Shoot it.
They lost track of it. Didn't hit the rim. Drake lost track, and the shot clock violation gives the ball to the Bradley Braves. At participating Schnucks and Hy-Vee grocery stores in St. Louis and other Valley markets, Arch Madness fans can obtain a coupon good for 2 single-session tickets at Scott Trade Center for a total of $15 combined with a proof of purchase of a 17.6-pound bag of Purina dog chow. 2 State Farm Valley tournament tickets for $15. Go to archmadness.com for more details.
And we've said it's going to be a terrific tournament because of the parity, no question. You know, get those tickets. It's a great bargain. We know things are a little tough with the economy, but that is something you can't pass up.
And it has become an event. Oh. Drake found that out last year. They were requesting more tickets, and it's become circled now on the calendars of most of the Valley teams.
I mean, you just look at the history of what Southern Illinois, Bradley, Illinois State, Wichita, Creighton, what they bring. I mean, they just bring them by bus loads. And it's a weekend. I mean, it's fun for the family and friends.
A lot of league pride in this conference. They battle each other all year, but they all come together on that weekend in St. Louis. Give Dodie Dunson credit off penetration to get his first 2. He's capable. He had 20 at Northern Iowa and 18 against Wichita State. And Drake turns it over. Parker sped up. Bulldogs turn it over. Time to announce our Prairie Farm Scholar athlete of the game. It's Bradley Sam Maniscalco, sophomore guard from Chicago at 3.34, an academic exploration program. Did you major in that?
I can't say it.
Prairie Farms.
How did I major in it?
Prairie Farms Highland Roberts Dairy, serving dairy fresh food products throughout Mid-America. Maniscalco thought he had Drake beat last year in Peoria at Carver Arena when he nailed a 3 late, thinking, all right, Bradley's going to beat the surprising Drake Bulldogs. And Adam Emenecker pulled one out again at that time. And then Bradley returned the favor here at the Knapp Center when Jeremy Crouch hit the game winner.
Bradley's inside finally.
Singh gets fouled. Taylor Brown had nowhere to go. But give Sam Singh credit for an offensive board.
Well, you talk about how close Bradley plays those games at Carver. Well, just a few days earlier, you and I went in there down 8 points with 3:30 left to go. And Johnny Moran, with just a few seconds left, Panthers made 5 of 6 threes in the last 3 minutes.
Ben Jacobson's team is amazing what they've done. Singh at the line. You know your anatomy lecture with Josh Young? Well, the next lecture would be Sam Singh. He has had this, a shoulder injury, 2 knee surgeries. He broke his nose earlier this year. He is a 5th-year senior, but he has had just all kinds of injury issues. He's from the Springfield, Missouri area, from Ozark. Splits a pair at the line. He is 20 of 25 at the line now for the year. And Bradley has a 3-point, 15-12 lead.
He's got that face mask off from the broken nose he got against Sumo.
You alluded to it, Mac, but Drake is really being pushed out to the edge of your screen by this defense. But Adam Templeton has come to play tonight. 7 for Adam Templeton, already over his game average for the year.
He's really been aggressive, looking for those shots, and he's gotten the open shots. He hasn't forced them.
Singh off the kick to Dunson, and there's a walk. As Edwin McCain turns it over, doesn't do it much. I've been impressed with him as a freshman point guard. Came into the game with a good assist-to-turnover ratio, about 75 assists to 55 turnovers. Most freshman guards you see upside down in that category.
Yeah, and you look at him from Louisiana. I saw him a couple summers ago playing an AAU team that had a guy named Greg Monroe. Georgetown, not bad. You know, as a point guard, you love to have a big guy who's 6'11", that may have been the best player in the country last year in high school.
So far for Drake, the story has been Templeton. They'd love to get Bucky Cox going. He has yet to score tonight.
And that's one of those that I would say is not a normal Bucky Cox shot. A fadeaway at that post play. He'd rather face up or be right around the rim.
Wilson trying to work in the middle of that zone. Nice take. We're going to wave it off. Offensive foul on Theron Wilson, and that is his second foul.
That's a tough break for the Braves, and Theron shakes his head a little bit, turns the shoulder, and Templeton right there going down. Tough call on Wilson. And Jim Les is asking the official what he saw. He said, I didn't see it that way.
Rick Hartzell, the veteran official, one-time athletic director at the University of Northern Iowa, and was at Bucknell, that same role. Parker slithers through the defense. Josh Parker's in the book for the first time tonight.
Yeah, and Parker spent part of the year on the bench, coming in being a terrific sixth man. But Drake, as they headed into the slump, felt they needed as much offense as they could on the court. He got the start, finishing there.
He can explode. Dodie Dunson had nowhere to go, but he's going to go to the line to get two shots. Here's Parker.
Parker splitting red jerseys and getting right to the rim. A terrific offensive player. And he, like a lot of others in this league, going to be returning next year. Young perimeter guard players, terrific in the Valley.
Dodie Dunson at the line, a 70% foul line shooter. He was a freshman. When he was a freshman at Iowa State, he led the Cyclones in free throw shooting.
And actually, he led the Cyclones against Bradley and beat them. So, I mean, it's time to go be a Brave. But Dunson is a shooter, is an offensive player, averages just about one assist a game. So when he gets it, he's going to look to do something offensively.
Bradley's gone 2.5 minutes without a field goal. Drake with a 2-point lead. Drake has put it up 14 times in this game. 9 of those attempts have been from 3. Edey's got one. Templeton's got one. Stanley has one. Here's Templeton again. Got robbed that time, and Bradley's got a chance to tie it with a 2 and take the lead with a 3. Singh deep against the zone. And a foul on Drake as Bradley goes right at the throat of the Drake zone. Drake by 2 at home.
The distinctive taste of Bud Light can be described with just one word: drinkability. Bud Light. The difference is drinkability.
You ready, Axel?
Your dog's one of a kind.
Good boy.
And now you have the power to help significantly extend his healthy years. A groundbreaking 14-year study by Purina proves that puppy chow, then dog chow nutrition, fed properly over a lifetime,
Ready, Axel?
can help extend his lovable antics up to 1.8 healthy years.
Faster, Axel, faster!
Long live your buddy.
Woohoo!
Long live your dog. Purina Puppy Chow and Purina Dog Chow.
The Missouri Valley Conference celebrates athletic excellence, bringing you nonstop red-hot collegiate basketball. There's another team in town that we're privileged to support, the Bob Costas Cancer Center at Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital. The Cancer Center provides state-of-the-art technology, a child-friendly environment, and compassionate care to children who are diagnosed with cancer and other blood disorders. The Missouri Valley Conference and the Bob Costas Cancer Center. We're here for the kids. Give us a hand.
The not too heavy, not too light taste of the one beer that's always easy drinking. Bud Light. The difference is drinkability.
Located in the heart of West Des Moines, the Sheraton is ideally situated for business or weekend getaways. Just minutes from the Des Moines International Airport and near the city's most popular attractions. Our 285 guest rooms and suites give you everything you need for a great stay. Inspire new ideas and achieve your goals in our 15 meeting rooms totaling 23,000 square feet. Enjoy lunch or dinner in a casual dining setting in our Waterfall Grill restaurant. Welcome to one of the friendliest spots in the city, the Sheraton West Des Moines.
Drake by 2 at the 7:20 mark of the first half. Jim Less's team that time gave the Drake zone a tonsillectomy.
Well, it was really terrific opening down the gut. And you're watching, if you pan across here, you'll see there's white jerseys and a wide open down that blue lane. And the Braves feel that space. Sam Singh just dumps in there, gets a terrific pass from Taylor Brown. But that wide open middle, as long as it's there, Drake's going to pay a price.
And it seems like Bradley, and you alluded to this, working the baseline. I mean, they'll have 3 across the baseline, 2 in the corners and somebody working the middle.
They're really mismatching the baseline, having 3 offensive players, 2 in the corner, 1 running the lane area. And you've only got 2 defenders back there. We'll watch it, Mitch. You see, you got the 2 in the corner right now and the baseline guy. So there goes a runner. It's a tough situation for Drake.
And another tonsillectomy. Ooh. Taylor Brown and now Bradley, 2 straight trips, goes right down the boulevard of that Drake zone. Game tied at 17 at the 6:50 mark.
And I don't want to say easy baskets, but I'm going to Mitch. You know, you move the ball and you work for it, you deserve it. And now you all of a sudden it's a walk-up 3 by Josh Young.
That will drive Jim Less nuts.
I mean, he just walked into it.
Josh Young hasn't had that easy a shot in a long time in Valley play. And Bradley's been so good defensively in this game so far. Just a lapse. There's Maniscalco to try to answer 3 for 3. Young picks it up. Young came into the game 3 for his last 26 from 3-point range. There's 1 extra step.
It was a small step. He didn't go very far.
It was a big step for mankind.
Yes, it was.
For Bradley.
And for Bradley, it was a positive step. For Drake, it was not. And Parker gets to park it with that travel.
Step by step to the bench. 20-17, Drake. But Young still shooting 34% from 3 for the year, but came in just way off his game. 0 for 7 at Wichita State from 3. 0 for 5 against Evansville. Then a Scalco quickness, but a shot changer. Edie. No, I'm sorry, it was Alex White. Alex White changing the shot for the Drake defense. All right, Mac, let's take a look at the Valley standings. It's brought to you by Peabody Energy. Peabody Energy, the world's largest coal company and innovative growing supplier of low-cost energy. Northern Iowa is about ready to run and hide here.
Well, tomorrow, though, there's maybe one more gut check. Creighton and Dana Altman and his Blue Jays go into Cedar Falls. If Creighton can win that, you get it back where the rest of the league starts to think, well, maybe there's a little hope. But right now, you got to take your hat off to what has gone on in Pantherland. Coach Ben Jacobson. Team picked to be basically 6th or 7th. Run away with 11 straight.
Adam Cook, an outstanding player. And those 3 perimeter guards that they start, when they get, all of them can nail it the shot.
You know, and how about their perimeter guards? None of them played a second of D1 basketball last year. 1 in junior college, 1 in high school, 1 injured. You don't make a championship team out of 3 guys that have never played together at D1.
And Eggleseder has shown signs of and flashes. Playing that 5 spot for him, and he uses his bench. His bench has been good for him.
Well, you got 2 guys that used to start, Dunham and Travis Brown. 80 starts between them, willing to come off the bench. So, you know, it's UNI has become kind of the new Drake in terms of a storybook team for the year, but there's still a long ways to go. Number of games and, of course, the tournament.
McCain hits one and then barely graces the rim on the second. Bucky Cox was fouling for the first time. 16 fouls on Drake.
And that's why the tournament's going to be so great. You look at this Drake team. You got two guys that can be all Valley and Young and Cox. They get it going for 3 days. They're tough.
Turnover's a bit of an issue here for Drake in the last couple minutes as John Michael Hall leaves his feet. Bulldogs now with 6 turnovers. Dunson takes the extra pass, one dribble, and can't do anything with it. And Alex White, who has given this team some good minutes this year, had a big bucket in helping beat Creighton at Omaha. And there's another walk now as Drake has been double faulting into the net. Mark Phelps still trying to encourage his team, but some empty possessions here for the Bulldogs.
It's like they're rushing. We talked about it a little bit earlier. Not the patience, see what's up ahead. You know, everybody's trying to score the points quickly and get them out of their shooting slump. All you're doing is creating more turnovers.
Drake with 4 straight turnovers, all unforced, and there's one forced by the Drake defense. A turnover by Bradley. That's their 7th. But again, 4 straight unforced turnovers by the Drake Bulldogs. Stay tuned. At halftime, we'll have our intermission report brought to you by Cardinal Glennon Children's Medical Center, where love for kids keeps on growing. Mac will be talking with both coaches. Both have to like the defense thus far, but looking for some offensive consistency. 20-18, Drake with a 2-point lead.
You see Drake is trying to turn the corner, like right there. Once they can turn the corner, they can create things. But the quickness of Bradley defensively through most of this game has forced that dribble to stay on the perimeter, not turn towards the hoop.
Maniscalco had a matchup problem. John Michael Hall took him to the cup, and he's got a 5-inch advantage. And Maniscalco had no choice but to foul and try to make John Michael Hall earn these at the line.
And when you talk to the Drake players, they say John Michael Hall may have the quickest first step of anybody on the team at 6'5".
It's out of Moultrie, Georgia. And he's had his moments. The victory at Creighton, he had 15. Double digits against Wichita State as well with 10. Nails both of those. He's 63 at the line for the year. And the Bulldogs extend their lead to 2 possessions.
And now you're seeing Drake say, hey, let's see if we can turn it over ourselves, get a couple easy baskets. We're not being very successful in our own half court.
Little all-court defense by Drake, trying to force a turnover. And Brown walks, and you could see that possession was going nowhere. Everything was sped up. So Drake's press forces a turnover in the half court.
They got everything.
Not everything.
That's not mine.
Yo, Rich, he said he saw 2 guys earlier. One of them was wearing a jacket.
And how does that help me?
Yo, you covered for this?
I don't know.
How could you not know?
Yo, it's not funny.
This is funny. You know what? You need to call my agent.
You should know you're covered.
Come on, man. It's not mine.
Call one of our 17,000 State Farm agents today.
Combining historic ambiance with modern comforts, the Sheraton St. Louis City Center Hotel and Suites has something for everyone. Spread out in one of our beautifully appointed guest rooms. Relax at our indoor heated swimming pool or grab a bite to eat in Bistro 14, where our chef serves up American-styled entrees. With over 29,000 square feet of meeting space and a ballroom with spectacular views of the downtown skyline, our facilities are the choice for your next event. The Sheraton St. Louis City Center Hotel and Suites. You don't just stay here, you belong.
Top 10 reasons to buy at Kaiser Ford. 35 years in business. Small town prices. Big city inventory. Free service loaners. Ford certified mechanics. Centrally located between Bloomington and Peoria. Free 21-point inspection with oil change. We'll find what you're looking for. Extended service agreements. And the #1 reason to buy at Kaiser Ford.
Drive quality, drive smart, drive safe, drive green. Just drive one. Be wiser, buy Geyser.
Are high tax preparation fees taking away from your tax refund? Quick Tax USA has the affordable tax preparation you've been looking for with RAL loans as quick as 24 hours. Ask about our 2020 friendly referral program. When you refer family or friends to Quick Tax USA, they receive $20 off the cost of their tax return, and you receive $20 referral cash. Refer 5 people, put $100 in your pocket. Go online and print as many coupons as you need. Now with Quick Tax USA. Pekin.
Drake leading Bradley as you look at the dog pound. When Metro Sports takes its television cameras on the road, it considers these hotel properties its home away from home. Please call these hotels or visit the websites of these properties when following your favorite team away from home. Sandy Hatfield Club last year actually started 2 years ago, but the student body is way more into this Drake basketball program the last 2.5 years than they were prior to that. And give Sandy Hatfield Club some credit. She's got the campus involved in this team.
And the whole community. And of course, the last 2 years, certainly the W's once again play an important part of how much excitement there is. Now Bradley comes out with a little 1-3-1 half-court trap. Both coaches trying to change up some defenses. Turnovers have been a big part of this game.
Cox has yet to score. Doesn't trigger. Still 17 to shoot. Parker likes this look. And they're going to call a foul on Bucky Cox. And that will get Mark Phelps' attention. Cox, the leading rebounder in the conference at 8 a game. Just 8 inches taller than Maniscalco.
I was just going to say, that's where maybe you reach over the guy, but you never touched him because you're 8 inches taller. Bucky is shaking his head with a kind of a sarcastic smile. Watch the ball come off deep. Now, that's just reaching over somebody.
Yep.
And it's part of the angle that the official had, where he was blocked out from seeing the exact contact.
Dave Drucker with the call. Maniscalco, plus it leads to the 1-on-1 and a chance for Bradley to score easy. Maniscalco 79% at the line. In fact, this 1 point this season, he had 19 in a row at the foul strike. So double jeopardy there for Drake. A turnover, and it leads to the Bradley 1-on-1. First 2 points for Sam Maniscalco.
And you see Coach Phelps just surveying the situation. Coach Phelps wanted to get into coaching so bad he put up audio tapes, sent faxes, jokes, anything he could to Herb Sendrick to get his attention. And finally, after bugging for a number of years, hired him on the staff.
Stanley with the drive, blocked by Taylor Brown. Yeah, he just wore down Herb Sendrick.
Yeah.
He said, I'm tired of this kid. He's on my doorstep. All right, you got a shot. Go for it. They're only together 12 years. I guess it worked.
Yep.
Bradley turns it over again. The Braves sped up. Cox numbers, bucket, and one. Maniscalco's got his second foul. Josh Young has his 6th and 7th points.
Well, a good job by Bucky Cox, who has the ability to take the ball through 3 or 4 dribbles. This time the assist man, the finish to Josh Young, who again goes to the line, takes his beaten body up there to go ahead and get some free throws.
I like this shot that we've got here because it's got Cox and Young in the same shot. Bucky Cox makes the pass like a guard there.
Yep.
Okay, and he's got a European style of play. Yep. He's a 5 that can play like a 1-2-3.
And I think, you know, his post-Drake years, Europe would be a great place for him to go and continue his basketball career. He is probably the best defensive rebound in the league, and he's really made himself a terrific player. A former walk-on came here in his very first game, a double-double as a walk-on.
Great length. Bradley has gone 4 minutes without a field goal. They're down 5. This is Drake's biggest lead.
And who's on the bench? Kevin Wilson.
2 fouls. McCain missing. Alex White with a rebound. Drake needs a shot of confidence. They've lost 6 of the last 7.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Bradley maybe take a timeout here, try and get some offense, because they've got to use it and lose a timeout. Now they're going to go again. It may not be a bad time to go, hey, guys, let's set something up.
Drake used theirs on a possession save situation. Darian Norris trying to get Bradley settled down here just a little bit. Down 5. Step out. Taylor Brown caught it deep. It's going to go to Drake, and a look at Josh Young. Brown, his dad, Ricky, was an NBA first-round pick, played at Mississippi State. He played on one of the great high school teams last year in Dunwoody, Georgia.
Oh, we've talked, he's got, Chris Singleton down at Florida State, 4 other D1 players. We're kind of kidding Mr. Brown, but gee, you didn't get a lot of touches in high school. Got no touches going to college.
3, Parker. And the 3-ball rolling in tonight for Drake. They average 8 threes per game. And in this first half, they've got 5 3-point makes. And there's another steal. Parker, bucket. And Drake is on fire, leading by 10. 12, Drake points off 11 Bradley turnovers. And Jim Les will try to calm the storm with a timeout. But what has been a back-and-forth possession-to-possession game has now seen Drake on an 8-0 run to lead by 10. But start now 2 buckets ago with the 3 by Josh Parker. I got the engine revved up for this. And Parker stepped in the passing lane. And the sophomore from Harvey, Illinois, able to use his speed and athleticism to finish the play. He can explode. Parker 25 against Northern Iowa, 15 at Evansville, 14 against Iowa. When Drake beat the Hawkeyes here at the Knapp Center. Parker 3rd in the conference in 3-point shooting percentage. But the 3-ball is going down in the first half for Drake. They have 5. They've shot 15 of them. But they have been way off, shooting 28% from 3-point range as a team in this losing 6 out of 7 skid. And Bradley turns it over again. Frustrating first half for Jim Les. As the Drake defense doing its damage here against the Braves. Stanley. Young off the weave. Nope. And Bradley's got the board with a 7-second differential. Make that 6 seconds between the game clock and shot clock. Kane penetrates. Extra pass, Norris. And the Bulldogs can play for the last shot. Good first half for Mark Phelps' team. Josh Young. See if he can get something done here. The leaner blocked by Roberts. Good job by Chris Roberts, the junior college transfer from Fort Worth. But a good first half for the Drake Bulldogs. Craig Stanley and others, a 10-point lead. Let's go to Mac McCausland.
Mark started out a little slow, but the defense turned it up a little bit here at the end.
When you aren't in a great offensive rhythm, your defense has to do the job. And I thought our guys did a really good job in the first half on the defensive end and finishing possessions with rebounds.
What are you going to try and do in the second half?
I think more of the same. We have to continue to get energy from our defense. And I think we're in a situation where we need to look to dribble penetrate more the way they're really, coming out, guarding us way away from the basket.
Thanks and good luck, Coach.
Our chat with the coaches all year is brought to you by Mercy Health Plans, an innovative health management company that empowers members to make healthy choices. Drake with a run at the end of the half, leading Bradley at halftime 30-20. 5 3-point makes. There in Wilson with some foul trouble for Bradley. Minutes without a field goal. They trail by 10 at halftime. Let's go to Mac McCausland with Bradley coach Jim Les.
Coach, the first half, 3 assists, 12 turnovers. We talked about patience and impatience. What did you tell your kids at halftime?
Well, we got so rushed, and we just tried to make quick plays early in the shot clock. And when we had some patience, we got some really good looks. We just got to finish those. But, it's all about patience, taking care of the basketball, and we're going to do a better job of that in the second half, I guarantee that.
What are you going to do offensively in the second half?
Well, I think one is patience. I think our impatience cost us defensively. We gave up some transition baskets. We got to make some free throws, too. That'll help.
Good luck, Coach. Thanks.
Our chat all year long with the coaches brought to you by Mercy Health Plans, an innovative health management company empowering members to make healthy choices. The way we care makes all the difference. Drake, when leading at half this year, is 9-2. Bradley's largest halftime deficit that they've come back from at halftime was against UIC in Illinois, Chicago. They were only down 8 at that point, and they turn it over to start the second half. In fact, that's the 13th turnover of the game. They had 12 in the first half, Mac. That surpassed the entire team totals in the last 3 games for the game. 11, 5, and 10 against Wichita State, Illinois State, and Northern Iowa.
Well, right now, the look on Jim Russ's face is like, did we talk at halftime about pass, catch, and patience? And then the return favor.
Pass, catch, and patience.
Yeah. And he said,
what we talk about.
Be careful. Slow. You do talk, and it is interesting when you get a chance to visit with really good players, how they see the game in slow motion. And I think some people don't understand how that's done. But what you really do is see a pass ahead of the pass. And right there, Cody Dudson becoming the post player and post presence. And Theron Wilson back in. 2 fouls the first half, but only 9 minutes.
See Wilson, he wears number 12. He's had all but 2 games. He's been in double figures. He had no points in 36 minutes at Northern Iowa. Josh Young's going to like this against Maniscalco. Nope, doesn't. Going to restart it, 15 to shoot. Stanley Templeton did this early in the game, but not here. McCain gets it out of there for the Braves.
I'm really interested to watch here. You've got 4 pretty good perimeter players with just David Collins on the inside. So you should have some guys that can pass and catch the ball. Whoa.
Wilson missed the shot. And a good hustle play by Collins of Bradley. He gets undercut. You don't see 7-foot guys get undercut very much. But
that time Wilson gets into the lane area with the nice put up there, but Collins being able to get it back. Him going back to you got 4 ball handlers. You ought to be able to pass the ball and catch the ball. And that sounds real simple, Mitch, but we've seen it. But a little bump sometimes, then you can't pass the ball and you can't catch it. So you got to be strong with the ball. Dribbling is not the same as pass catch. Dribbling gets you into trouble.
Tell you what, Parker has been active. And he reached in that time on the dig against Wilson to force it loose. And Bucky Cox is in the scorebook for the first time tonight. And you know that Mark Phelps walked to the locker room with a 10-point lead at half and had no Bucky Cox points. He's thinking, he's not going to get shut out in the second half.
But what I liked about Bucky is he draws that foul. And you see him, he dives in here as low as he can. And is he just a little spin move, turns off the glass in the finish, being able to beat the big guy.
Way underrated what he's done this year and last year. 12 double-doubles last year, 6 this year. The foul was on Templeton, and that is his 3rd.
I was going to say about Bucky, though, the first half, as you indicated, no points, but he had 3 assists. Now, that may not seem like a lot, but he's only got 19 for the year. So he really made himself available by helping his teammates.
Maniscalco on the rotation. Sam Singh can't finish, and there's the ever-present Bucky Cox with another rebound. The Valley's leading rebounder. He's had 8 games this year. He's had double-figured rebounds. Stanley, lightning quick to the other end. It's a double-digit lead of 12 for the Drake Bulldogs.
Yeah, that's the Stanley steamer we saw earlier in the year when Drake really had their transition offense game going.
Yeah, this is the Drake we saw in early January that won in Carbondale. Wilson just 4 points. Sam Singh. Give Bradley credit. They are hitting the boards hard. Singh, bucket.
That's a good basket by Bradley. And Jim Les wants a timeout, and I think he's trying to ask the officials, wasn't that a foul somewhere there? Wasn't there one foul? Please. 34-24, Drake.
Everything worth listening to is now on Sirius XM. 69 commercial-free music channels. The most talk, news, and entertainment. Every major sport. New programming, new choices, new prices. Over 130 channels. Add the best of Sirius to your XM subscription or the best of XM to your Sirius subscription free for 3 months. Hear what over 35 million listeners can't get enough of. Sirius XM.
The Missouri Valley Conference celebrates athletic excellence, bringing you nonstop red-hot collegiate basketball. There's another team in town that we're privileged to support, the Bob Costas Cancer Center at Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital. The Cancer Center provides state-of-the-art technology, a child-friendly environment, and compassionate care to children who are diagnosed with cancer and other blood disorders. The Missouri Valley Conference and the Bob Costas Cancer Center. We're here for the kids. Give us a hand.
Located in the heart of West Des Moines, the Sheraton is ideally situated for business or weekend getaways. Just minutes from the Des Moines International Airport and near the city's most popular attractions. Our 285 guest rooms and suites give you everything you need for a great stay. Inspire new ideas and achieve your goals in our 15 meeting rooms, totaling 23,000 square feet. Enjoy lunch or dinner in a casual dining setting in our Waterfall Grill restaurant. Welcome to one of the friendliest spots in the city, the Sheraton West Des Moines.
Tonight's Valley Flashback, a presentation of Coventry GHP, features the 2008 matchup between Bradley and Drake at a sold-out Knapp Center in February. Drake was ranked 16th in the country. They were kind of the sweet story of the year. Took a 13-game home court winning streak into the contest. Josh Young had 23 points. Bucky Cox had 15, but it was Bradley and Jeremy Crouch hitting the big shot, and Bradley had a 1-point win. Coventry GHP, because your employees deserve a better health plan. That was last year's Bradley win. All right, fans, go to NBC.org, click on the St. Louis Convention and Visitors Commission logo for a chance to win now get this, 2 all-session tickets and overnight accommodations for the 2009 State Farm Valley Tournament, Arch Madness. That's 2 tickets. Let's get this right. 2 tickets and a hotel room for Arch Madness in St. Louis. Go to the website, NBC.org, and click on the St. Louis Convention and Visitors Commission logo and get registered. If you win that, you will have a blast.
And even if you don't win that, you ought to buy 2 tickets and come to the tournament.
You'll have a blast.
I'm buying.
Oh, you're good. Put it on my tab.
Yeah, it will be.
Love that tournament. Absolutely love that tournament, what it has become. Bucky Cox, trying to change the shot, and he's fouling.
Cox, much more active, but where is he this half? This half, he's inside. In the first half, we saw him hidden in the corner. Coach Phelps said, Bucky, we're going to get you the ball, then you do something with it.
And going to the line is usually good for Bucky Cox, 75% foul line shooter. His game against Western Kentucky last year in the NCAA tournament was nothing short of phenomenal. 29 points, 16 rebounds. Of course, that buzzer beater is the most played single play highlight from last year's big dance. But the loss to Western Kentucky wasn't Bucky Cox's fault.
I guess you could say maybe Drake elevated Darren Horn to South Carolina.
Absolutely.
And he's doing a terrific job down there.
Got a nice team.
Yes, he does.
Bradley's trying to figure this out. They missed their last 5 shots, but not this one. The flush and fill special.
I love to watch him play because he does something one time in a game with his jumping ability. Guys 4 inches taller can't do.
He's from Topeka, Kansas. He played in Kenny Darning's very successful Highland Park High School program, one of the better programs in the Valley footprint. In fact, Kyle Weems from that program plays at Missouri State. And Coach Darning's son carries on the staff of Tim Jankovich at Illinois State. Theron Wilson with the dunk. Bradley trying to play catch-up.
Arch Madness
Madness. It's not just great basketball, it's 4 action-packed days, 9 exciting matchups, 10 Valley teams, 100 players, thousands of wild fans, and it all happens here during one wild weekend of basketball madness in St. Louis. It's the 2009 State Farm Missouri Valley Conference Men's Basketball Tournament, March 5th through 8th at Scott Trade Center. Arch Madness. It's the one weekend no basketball fan can miss. Get your tickets now.
Combining historic ambiance with modern comforts, the Sheraton St. Louis City Center Hotel and Suites has something for everyone. Spread out in one of our beautifully appointed guest rooms. Relax at our indoor heated swimming pool or grab a bite to eat in Bistro 14, where our chef serves up American-styled entrees. With over 29,000 square feet of meeting space and a ballroom with spectacular views of the downtown skyline, our facilities are the choice for your next event. The Sheraton St. Louis City Center Hotel and Suites. You don't just stay here.
Are high tax preparation fees taking away from your tax refund? Quick Tax USA has the affordable tax preparation you've been looking for with RAL loans as quick as 24 hours. Ask about our 2020 friendly referral program. When you refer family or friends to Quick Tax USA, they receive $20 off the cost of their tax return, and you receive $20 referral cash. Refer 5 people, put $100 in your pocket. Go online and print as many coupons as you need. Now with Quick Tax USA. Pekin.
Top 10 reasons to buy at Geyser Ford. 35 years in business. Small town prices. Big city inventory. Free service loaners. Ford certified mechanics. Centrally located between Bloomington and Peoria. Free 21-point inspection with oil change. We'll find what you're looking for. Extended service agreements. And the #1 reason to buy at Geyser Ford.
Drive quality, drive smart, drive safe, drive green. Just drive one. Be wiser, buy Geyser.
Blues, Canucks, Tuesday at 7 in high definition on Fox Sports Midwest.
Drake with the advantage by 8. Still 15:25 to go in the game. Tonight's Date in Valley history is brought to you by the Sheraton St. Louis City Center Hotel. On this date in 1980, Bradley All-American and Valley Hall of Famer Mitchell Anderson scored 30 points as the Braves were in the old airplane hangar, Robertson Fieldhouse, and blew out Creighton by 16. The Sheraton City Center, St. Louis City Center, you don't just stay there, you belong. Anderson was part of an NIT championship in the early 80s for the Bradley Braves. John Michael Hall to the line for Drake, where he is 2 for 2 tonight for his only 2 points.
And John Michael Hall for his second attempt. Drake trying to get to the free throw line. Both teams want to get to that free throw line this second half.
Been good. He shot 56% from the field in the last 8 games for Mark Phelps. As Drake back up to a double-digit 10-point lead. Maniscalco faded that shot. McCain's got it back off the long rebound. Bradley's got 2 threes tonight. 1 from McCain and 1 from Norris.
Maniscalco was just putting up donuts.
Pretty good place to go. They got to get in some touches. As that happens. Singh, the beneficiary of the email pass from Wilson.
And Wilson, primarily a right-handed player. You just watch him, you know he's going right-handed, but he's so quick, and then he's got that explosive hops. He can make plays just like that. And the Braves need him the second half.
Alex White, that's a bonus too. Yeah. He only averages 2 per game and keeps Drake with a 10-point lead.
We talked before, Alex White missed his calling. Should have been a football player with that body.
Singh real deep against White. Parker again. He has been digging, poking, gnawing away, and all the way to the other end. And Drake can reboot the computer and just calm down here a little bit.
That was a terrible fast break. The spacing.
Or not calm down.
Or not calm. I think if you said not calm down would describe the game versus calm down. It's 2 teams. It's what we talked about, honestly, Mitch, at the top of the show. These 2 teams now understand they're probably not going to be in first place. Now you really want to finish second, third, fourth. You want one of those top 4 seeds. And when you start to understand what you are playing for in February, it changes your mentality. And sometimes it rushes you because you're excited to see a play. yet it's not quite there yet.
Illinois State's 8-4. Creighton's 8-4. We talked about Northern Iowa being 11-1. After that, it is an absolute mixture, cluster of whatever you will in the middle. Not only do you want to finish 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, or 6th, you do not want to finish 7 through 10, meaning you have to win 4 in 4 days to try to win Arch Madness.
That mathematical class brought to you by Mitch Holtis.
Alex White's bucket a little bit ago, his first points his last 4 games. Bradley just looks like they've been in for a, like in the root canal. I mean, it's just they just look uncomfortable tonight instead of.
This is the guy that's comfortable. This is the guy, last 2 times down court, he saw plays, didn't force it, didn't get a charge. That time he faded out, got the jumper. See if they can play through Wilson again here.
Because this half, when they've played through him, good things have happened. Singh, bad pass from Roberts. Heemskirk, Edey, and Singh. Give Heemskirk credit. Something that is underappreciated in college basketball, and that is trying to repost. Heemskirk kicked it out, reposted, and forced the foul.
You're absolutely right. You get an opportunity to get a post player down there, and you see him get it, comes down, and he mishandles it, so he kicks it back out, and then he resets himself deeper. And you're absolutely right. It's one of the easiest things to do. And Josh Young, the young gun, with another one.
But on that repost, the defender almost invariably relaxes on the pass.
And that lets you get lower. I mean, I just do not understand why other post players don't do that every time.
The 3 by Josh Young has given Drake an 11-point lead. Maniscalco hit on the 3, and he'll get 3 free throws. A foul on Craig Stanley.
Well, Coach Les said he wanted to get to the free throw line more the second half, but usually it does not happen when somebody's taking a 22-foot shot. And Maniscalco, opportunity to go to the line, and again, not hitting anything from outside.
Maniscalco from the field, 0 for 5. His only 2 points in the game have been at the line. He'll get 3 tosses here. And the Braves need all 3 of them. Out of St. Patrick's High School in Chicago. And he's had some big shots. Beat Indiana State, at Wichita State last year. Let's go back to your State Farm keys to the game, Mac, and see how we're doing here.
Well, you see the 40% from the arc. Well, that's not anywhere near there. It's 2 for 8. The extra pass, we've talked about it. It's not been a patient pass. Maybe there's been extra ones, but it's been to fans in the stands. And then the 20 free throws, not there. They're at the 12 points in the paint.
Maniscalco nails all 3 free throws. And Bradley is down 8. And a pick. Maniscalco picks Barronbrook. And misses the layup. It'll be basket interference.
Again, Sam unable to finish at the rim, even going under in a wraparound. Good flex steal. Just reaches out. Barronbrook losing it. Ball still in the rim. It was going to come off, but it's still on the rim. Still a violation.
I wonder if he had a chance to kind of draw contact, go up on the left side. He kind of made that shot harder. Maybe it needed to be. John Michael Hall sets up Heemskirk, and Drake will take it.
Interior passing, and the bounce pass makes that very easy and catchable.
10-point lead for the Bulldogs of Drake. Bradley's been a decent road team this year. They're 4-6. They've won 3 Valley Road games. Tonight they're struggling. Roberts missing the 3. Gets a chance for redemption. Nope. And a foul here. It's on Collins, and he's got 3 fouls. The Bulldogs using the hustle. Heemskirk the beneficiary.
You know, it's not all fun and games when you're a mascot. Every year I find myself where the season always ends meets the bills never stop. You know that place where you realize even a squirrel can't live off peanuts? Well, maybe you don't, but believe me, I'm there.
Here's a way to score on savings.
Nice.
Switch your car insurance to State Farm. You'll save big, plus get a payment plan that fits your budget. Call, click, or visit and start saving today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You know I wear this everywhere.
If I were you, I'd expect lavish guest rooms and gorgeous lake views from a Four Diamond hotel. If I were you, I'd expect to be entertained, wined, and dined. And if I so choose, pampered by day or exhausted by night. And if I were you, I'd want it all. Very close, yet seemingly far away. Chateau on the Lake Resort and Spa. More than you expect. Closer than you think.
Connecting Missouri with 27,000 miles of power lines means each and every mile must be reliable. Because when the skies turn dark, every mile must show its strength. We're Ameren UE, working every day, improving our delivery system. UE, ratcheting up our routine so you can enjoy undisturbed comfort in yours. Learn how we're improving reliability at uepoweron.com.
I always told them I'd take them on a trip around the world. I just didn't tell them we'd do it all in a weekend. It's all within reach at ExploreSt.Louis.com.
March Madness fans can save big by stopping at any participating St. Louis area Taco Bell restaurant and picking up a coupon good for $12 off any single session ticket for the 09 State Farm Arch Madness men's basketball tournament in St. Louis. For fans outside the St. Louis area, you still get the benefit. In DeMoines, Springfield, Omaha, and Carbondale, participating Taco Bell restaurants are offering a coupon for $7 off any single session ticket to Arch Madness. Now, for more information, go to archmadness.com. Got an issue here. Chris Roberts called for a foul here. We're going to call a foul on Roberts here. Let's see what else is on Rick Hartzell's mind. They're going to take a look and watch the replay.
We're going to see maybe intentional foul. Could that be a possible call?
And if they're going to use the replay.
That's before play has even started. But the officials are definitely looking for something more than just scratching an arm. But the game difference, 10 points. That's what it was at halftime. But you got a better feel. Bradley's in the game. They've out-rebounded Drake in the second half, 10-3. But both teams still being a little impatient in terms of trying to find some open shots.
There's the, well, there's still Jim Les looking in the.
Roberts and Josh Young. Yeah. See what little bump, push. But we'll see what the.
There's Jim Les. He's wanting to watch it too. Okay, let's take a look here. Look at the action in the middle of the screen.
Josh trying to clear himself. And then just a little push. Forearm. And I don't think it's anything other than just a foul.
No harm, but a foul.
But a foul.
And Roberts was catching the wrath of Jim Les. 10-point lead for Drake at the 11:19 mark to go.
Well, they were looking to see if there was anything beyond that, but the official indicated they were just really pushing the arms away from each other, and the contact took place. So nothing intentional, nothing flagrant.
Well, Roberts is involved again with Young, and this time the ball fake by Josh Young gets Mr. Roberts in the air and Young to the line.
Good pump fake. Roberts. And now that was good work by a teammate coming over to make sure nothing went beyond the foul in the air.
Well, that was the senior Theron Wilson, and even though he's a junior college transfer, he played at Seward County Community College in Liberal. I was talking to him before the game, and he said, you know, he senses the leadership. He goes, I'm trying to pull these guys through it. And that was a very good example of Wilson getting involved, particularly with the continuation of the action that happened just prior to that.
For Drake extending, the feeling that they can maybe disrupt Bradley a little bit more, get him to turn it over.
Maniscalco still can't hit one. And Collins is fouling for the 4th time.
And that's a bad foul in the sense it didn't accomplish anything. He's a shot blocker. And right there, you know, inside, trying to see if he can get a putback, but not accomplishing anything at all with that foul. And Jim Les trying to figure out something he can tell his team or get his team to do to get through this double-digit lead that Drake has really held on to now for 10 or 11 minutes.
Bucky Cox is 0 for 3 at the line. That was the front end of a 1-and-1. Drake came into the game, Mac, 12th in the nation in foul shooting at 75%. Tonight they're 9 of 12 with the front end of a 1-and-1 miss. Of those 3 misses. Cox block shot. He's got 81 blocks. That leads all active Valley players in his career. Young got the field. We've seen that before. And a foul on Bradley.
Maybe it.
Is it Collins? He's gone.
DC. He's taking a seat.
DC is PD. Player disqualified at 10:27 to go in the game.
And Sam Singh will have to play some other kind of music on that interior now the rest of the way. You may see Bradley actually come in with all 5 small players to see if they can get some opportunities. See a little touch foul over the back there. But it was enough. As you said, DQ.
And Bradley's already in the first bonus. Check in with some scores now around the Valley. It's brought to you by Casey's General Stores, convenience stores, and a whole lot more. These games are tonight. Evansville whipping Wichita State, who struggle on the road. If they lose tonight on the road, they'd be 1-8 on the road. Marty Simmons done a nice job. And this is tomorrow. Northern Iowa Creighton. That's a tasty one at the McLeod Center. Illinois State trying to keep on the radar, the upper part of the standings, against Kevin McKenna's Indiana State Sycamores.
Yep. And now it'll be over at that Illinois State game. Seeing Coach Tim Jankovic and his group got off such a great start.
14-0, best start in school history. The other night they stole one as they beat Southern Illinois in Carbondale 60-57. I mean, it was a hard-fought, hard-scrabble game. Bradley has gone 3.5 minutes without a field goal. Now they're down 13. And with Drake in the bonus, Bradley's got to be careful. They need some big trips here. And Wilson gets the roll. It just kind of sums up his year. He's got 10 in the game.
Double figures. Like we've said, you just book him 10 to 17 points. And great effort every game.
You mentioned the first half, but he's in the top 6, scoring, rebounding, and steals. Only player in the league to be in that status. Drake's had answers tonight, though.
They've had answers and what I would call extenders.
Heemskirk. Cox. There's the length of Cox. The power of Cox, and he is down. Hope he's in a technical foul.
Ooh. Is that going to be on Wilson? Because if so, that's a personal as well. So you go from 2 to 4 pretty quickly.
See if it's a Class A technical. Dave Drucker has got the call.
It is. Cox goes down hard, and Wilson more demonstrative than what the officials wanted to see.
And he does have a personal and a technical. It is a Class A technical, and that means Theron Wilson has 4 fouls. And we just saw Theron Wilson try to calm his teammate down, Chris Roberts, a little bit ago. And just a couple minutes later, it is Wilson Ed loses his composure. And Josh Young with both technical free throws down. He's got 15. And now Bucky Cox will shoot the regular foul technicals.
And this really puts Bradley in a difficult situation in terms of offensive threats. Because really, we have not seen anybody else be able to dribble drive and get into the lane. They've got some perimeter players that can shoot it. And like saying down low can be a low post player, but you've lost your dribble drive guy.
I know you think I'm lying to you, but Bucky Cox is 75% at the line for the year. And he shot a bunch of them. Tonight, all donuts, blanks. 0 for 4, 1 for 5.
You jinxed that one in.
He was just going to get mad if he didn't make that one.
Well, you're going to have to find a new hero for the Braves. Because you know Drake's going to pay attention to Sam right there at Maniscalco. You're going to pay attention to him.
Bradley's, well, they got to be careful here. They're going to get run right into the Des Moines River.
And that's not far away.
Young deflection. Drake might be getting their mojo back.
Yeah. They're feeling good about themselves right now. And this is their dribble drive offense they really love. With Young, Parker, and Stanley, all three are quick, good ball handlers. They like to pull you out and then try and beat you off the dribble and turn a corner.
And when you're 12th in the nation in foul line shooting, you can run away and hide if they sit here and shoot these all night long.
And the Bradley Braves have 10 team fouls already with almost 9 minutes left to go in this game. So if you're a Bulldog, you just know every time you get the ball, you're driving it into the defender's arms. Make them make the call.
Biggest lead of the game for Drake at 16. And still 8:50 to go. A 10-2 Drake run. Mostly at the foul line. McCain, he draws contact. Heemskirk called for the foul. Give Edwin McCain, the freshman from Louisiana, credit for getting penetration.
We've talked how we really like his game. A tough kid, really running the Bradley Braves as a true freshman. That's a lot of respect from a coaching staff.
And he's playing for a former point guard who played 7 years in the NBA. So your teacher is kind of a tough class.
Yeah. He might have a couple things to say to you. And the thing of it is, he knows what he's talking about.
Let me dust off these old 1986 tapes and show you what we did. 14-point lead for Drake, in control at the 8:37 mark.
Bradley going to his zone.
And the foul issues probably have predicated that.
And I think to stop the dribble drive, Les felt that his players were getting beat off the dribble. You say, okay, you're going to have to beat a zone now.
Thing is, with the zone, Drake can run the shot clock down and then get a fresh clock. And a bucket. Josh Parker's had a heck of a night.
Parker to Parker with that one. Missed shot, offensive rebound, put back. That was a fun time.
Dunson drains the three off the kick out from McCain. 40th three made this year by Dodie Dunson. And Josh Parker has just been a thorn in Bradley's side all night.
So that's 0 left on the clock. That's why the long distance shot, but then the foul by Parker all the way in, and the finish. And one of the first really good looks Bradley's had from the arc in quite a while.
And that was created by the punch and kick by Edwin McCain.
Bradley still trying to hang around right at 13. Now they have to really value their defensive possessions. Make sure nothing easy and try and keep Drake off the line. At the same side, you know the Bulldogs are talking, drive it, drive it, drive it. Either get the layup or get the foul. Bradley's going to try and get a quick turnover, steal, and score.
Parker gets it, Maniscalco.
And it is the turnover, baseline bounce.
Bradley gets the turnover. Let's see if they can do something with it. We come back.
Casey's, it's all good. Casey's, it's all right.
It's all good at Casey's General Stores. Right now, buy any large specialty pizza and get any medium single topping pizza for only $8.
Made fresh for your order. Meat and cheese piled high for you. Casey's General Store. Casey's, it's all good.
You ready, Axel?
Your dog's one of a kind.
Good boy.
And now you have the power to help significantly extend his healthy years. A groundbreaking 14-year study by Purina proves that puppy chow, then dog chow nutrition, fed properly over a lifetime,
Ready, Axel?
can help extend his lovable antics up to 1.8 healthy years.
Faster, Axel, faster!
Long live your buddy. Long live your dog. Purina Puppy Chow and Purina Dog.
It is time to come right out with it, to talk freely and openly about my love affair with Proactive Solution. My breakouts were under the skin, all in this sort of area, and that's the difficult stuff to cover. But, you know, once I started using Proactive, within a week and a half, my skin was completely different, and every day there was just less pimples on my face. Now I have nice skin, so it's good.
Watch your pimples disappear with Proactive's proven 3-step system. And when you call in the next 4 minutes, save 50% on Proactive, just $19.95.
Not only did I get rid of the blemishes, but my actual skin improved.
Proactive works on all ages and all skin types, and it's guaranteed or your money back.
Since using Proactive, I love to touch my face. It's so nice and smooth and pretty. I love it.
Why wait? Call 1-800-908-8300 and get a free upgrade to priority shipping.
Proactive totally saved my skin. It's my skin again, and it feels great.
Mitch Holtis, Mac McCausland back in Des Moines. Here's our Emerson game reset. Brought to you by Emerson. Visit emerson.com. Emerson, consider it solved. The global manufacturing and technology company. The fouls are the big issue here. Drake's been in the double bonus for a while. Yeah, there's still some timeouts. But Bradley's got all kinds of issues. And let's give you our trivia question tonight. It's brought to you by the Sheraton St. Louis City Center Hotel. I'm sorry, is brought to you by the Hilton at the ballpark. For your next trip to St. Louis, stay in the center of it all at the Hilton at the ballpark, located next to Busch Stadium. He's the only player in league history to play for both Drake and Bradley. That's right, both Drake and Bradley. We'll give you the answer. Now everybody scratches their head around the valley.
Did you have to give up 2 Mickey Mantles to get him?
And a player to be named later. Might have been Edwin McCain years later. He's got the dribble here. There's McCain.
When he becomes just even an adequate shooter, he is going to be terrific in this league. And everybody on his squad says he is a future leader for this team. Great respect.
Parker drains the three. What a night he's having. 14 points. Josh Parker, his second three of the night.
And that was the patience we talked about that we thought we could see out of both teams. Drake doing a much better job over the last 5 minutes of really waiting to see a weakness or an overextension of Bradley and then taking advantage of it.
Parker third in the league in three-point shooting percentage. And Singh banks it in from point blank. He has 7 points.
And same thing for Bradley. Great possession there. Couple passes, touch inside. Singh down so low he could turn around and touch the net. An easy two.
And an easy pass. Heemskerk with an easy finish.
Now we're starting to wonder where the defenses went.
Heemskerk, whose brother played at Bradley earlier. That's not the answer to the trivia question. But these two schools, the Heemskerk boys, split up their loyalties. And Dunson in the corner for three.
And a game broke out. Holy cow, a horse game right now.
6 minutes to go. There's still time for Bradley. Trying to extend the zone a little bit here. But the zone does allow Drake to run some clock. But Bradley can He'll afford to pick up any more fouls.
And still get an open shot. Like that.
Bucky Cox gets 3 hours of credit from that corner because he studies there, he eats there.
They're going to retire it. They're going to just cut it out and put it in the hallway.
Maniscalco, all kinds of buckets now.
Welcome back, Sam. First bucket tonight, I do believe.
Yep. In 5 attempts. Let's give you the answer now to the trivia question. And the question was, who's the only player in league history to play for both Drake and Bradley? It is Curtis Stuckey. Played for Drake in 87-88. Went over to Bradley in 89 and 91. Let me get this right. Our trivia question is brought to you by the Hilton at the ballpark. For your next trip to St. Louis, stay in the center of it all at the Hilton at the ballpark, located next to Busch Stadium. You can go to experience.stlouis.com to find out more information on the Hilton at the ballpark. How does that work?
I don't know. I'm still saying you had to give up 2 Mickey Mantles.
No, they weren't in the same league, but something happened near here that was a little bit controversial, I should say, because there was a young man that ended up being a pretty good player at Iowa who started at Iowa State named Haluska. And they aren't the same league, but Adam Haluska became one of the great players in Iowa history after he started at Iowa State.
And there's one going on now, Alex Thompson.
Yep.
He actually lived in Ames, went to Iowa, now back at Iowa State.
And Haluska's brother plays for Iowa State.
Family trees to be sold at your local. Oops, here we go. Cox looking.
Stanley's already hit a 3 tonight. And again, Drake wins when he hits a 3. He's only got 7 makes for the year, but he already hit it in the first half, so his night's done for 3.
He's completed his Sam trying to warm it up.
And Scalco robbed there. Singh's going to be called for the foul here.
And I would think that Jim Les has got to be thinking about getting Theron Wilson back into the game for the last 4.5 minutes here.
He's already had Collins foul out. Wilson has 4. Now Sam Singh has 4. There is Theron Wilson.
And Steve Murfeld to his side.
Former Evansville head coach.
Yep. Assistant coach here. Been a great addition.
Hampton head coach. One of the great upset wins in NCAA history.
People may remember the player holding up their coach, and he's got his legs split and splitting his pants. Well, that was Steve Murfeld.
Hampton beat Iowa State.
15 beating the 2, I believe. Since then, he's got a new pair of pants.
He's from Bloomington, Wisconsin, down in Gratt County near Prairie du Chien. 4:35 to go in the game. 15-point lead for Drake.
Wow.
Turnovers have been the cavity of Bradley all night.
In fact, maybe deeper than a cavity. It's more like a canyon because it's just buried him. Valuing the basketball. It is amazing if you take care of the ball and you get a shot, even a bad shot. You got a chance to rebound it. You got a chance for it to go in. You got a chance to get fouled. When you turn it over, the only chance you got, it's going the other way.
Mark Phelps having a much better night tonight than he's had in recent weeks.
In his first year in the Valley, the thing that he told us that he's noticed is the huge amount of passion for basketball in every city that you go to in the Valley. You look at Wichita, that draws 10,000 people every night. How about Creighton with 16,000 people?
Bradley they get almost 10,000.
They almost get 10.
Foul on Drake. Sam Singh's going to the line.
Where can you get the best milk? From Tom, from Russ, from Laura and Maggie.
It comes from all of us.
We're Prairie Farms, and we don't just work for the dairy, we are the dairy, making sure the milk in your child's school, in your stores, and on your table is fresh and healthy, handled with the kind of care that your family deserves.
We are Prairie Farms Dairy.
Ask for us, the farmer-owned dairy.
I know this drill. I rack up a big charge on my credit card. I get a tote bag.
Well, actually, with our points program, you can get gift cards, flat screen TVs, even plane tickets.
How do you get enough points for that?
Oh, all kinds of ways. By using your debit card, your credit cards, checking account.
I don't believe you.
What?
You're messing with me, right?
No, I'm not messing with you.
Can I still get the tote bag?
Absolutely.
It's not just banking. It's National City.
Some of the most important decisions you make happen every day without much thought, and they can impact the rest of your life. Good decisions affecting your health can also happen outside of your doctor's office. They're made when you decide to work out or not, when you choose what to eat. We believe the more you know, the better choices you can make. Mercy Health Plans is here to help you with access, information, and guidance so you can make the best choices for your health. Mercy Health Plans. The way we care makes all the difference.
You've trusted Auto Tire for the best price on the best tire brands. Michelin, BF Goodrich, Uniroyal, and more. All at the bottom line price. No add-ons. You won't beat our price on any tire in stock. Guaranteed. So you ought to go to Auto Tire, the tire pros. If your basement or crawl space leaks when it rains, the reoccurring mess can be unbearable. And hang up that mop and put away the shop vac after calling Helitech. They install the HydroWave basement waterproofing system. A guaranteed solution. Call Helitech and
heal your home with Helitech.
15-point lead for Drake, 3:45 to go in the game. Let's take a look now at the play of the game. Josh Young, this shot.
Well, I'll tell you, when you look at this, Josh Young gets it, and he just walks up. Josh Young had been in a shooting slump. He gets 3 dribbles, measures this, and from that point on, it's nothing but a confidence builder for Josh Young and the Bulldogs. Terrific range, our play of the game.
And that is a presentation of Rawlings, the official athletic equipment of the Missouri Valley Conference. Single line, he's got a 1-on-1 and gets the roll, and that's a play going back to our play of the game. I call it a clicker blaster.
A clicker blaster.
Clicker blaster. When you're watching tape tomorrow with your team, the coach takes the clicker and throws it against the wall. Because Jim Les is saying, you're going to let Josh Young just walk up and shoot a 3. Now, who had that in their mind?
That was
clicker blaster.
Clicker blaster. Maybe we can patent that. Again, Bradley trying to see if they can get some turnovers. Drake, good press break. Ball handling, and now Bradley's going to have to come out man-to-man, I would imagine. No more zone.
Timeout with 3:30 to go, and Drake leading by 13.
Now Drake has 3 timeouts left, and Bradley 1 timeout left in the game. And the other advantage Drake has, just 17 fouls. So anytime they would foul, Bradley still has some pressure on him with a 1-on-1 to make some shots.
Let's take a look now at our players of the game, brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And if Mark Phelps needed good news, it is this. Josh Young back on track. A heck of a night.
Well, and he's done it with getting to the free throw line. When Drake was good and solid, he was getting there 8 times, 7 for 7 tonight.
And for the Bradley Braves, Edwin McCain. Just 6 points, but the rest of his line is impressive.
Yeah. For a point guard, just a freshman, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and maybe one of the better defenders on the ball.
Baron Brook wide open. And Templeton with the hustle play. Talk about Josh Young getting to the line. They beat Iowa here. He went there 15 times, made 14. They won at Creighton. He had 11 attempts. Lucky Cox hustles. I'm going to call Cox for the foul. Cox is elbowed. Pays the price.
Well, tip away, and a good job by Norris to go after it. Cox doing just a little body turn into Norris, getting the foul. As we said, though, it's going to be 1-on-1. So this isn't an easy situation for Norris to go there. and say, hey, I can pick up a couple points.
First time he's gone to the line tonight for the freshman from Las Vegas. He's a 65% shooter. Cox, the Valley's leading rebounder, says my ball.
Yeah. As we talked, I think probably the best defensive rebounder in the conference. Although those guys, you know, they get lucky. They get to be on the inside position like that on free throws. You can get 3 or 4 free throws a game when you play against average free throw shooting teams.
But it's the other 5 is why he's leading the league.
I forgot about those. They're a little tougher.
Young, he walk. That's an excellent call. Put the ball on his hip. And got a little triple jumpy there.
Little crossover.
Yep.
Ooh, little show there. The official with a wave off.
Anyway, they beat Wichita State. He shot 10 foul shots. He beat Creighton. He shot 11 foul shots. Beat Iowa. Shot 15 foul shots. In the loss at Wichita State, he shot 4 times. Josh Young goes to the line. Drake's going to win.
Once you can get him there 8 times, and it isn't so much that 8 means that's a lot of points. It means it opens up a lot of things for himself or his teammates.
15-point lead for Drake. And about ready to say goodnight, Irene, except they're fouling here. And Edward McCain is going to get 2 shots here because this is on. No, it's not on the shot. 1-1. Foul on Heemskirk.
And for those people that saw earlier, the injury situation for Josh Young, you can bet in about 3 minutes he'll sit in an ice tub.
Foul was on Stanley. And the free throw down for McCain. He's got 7 points.
And honestly, this time of year, practically every player in Division I basketball is hurting somewhere. Sprained finger, sprained wrist, neck, lower back, ankle, knees. When you talk about toughness, and you're not talking about physical play, pushing, shoving. You're talking about how to play through a difficult stretch like Drake went through. Your toughness, Mitch, of playing when you're injured and be able to perform. That's the kind of toughness that coaches really talk about.
Easy play, Dunson blocked by Bucky Cox, his second of the night, 82, if you're keeping track of Bucky Cox's career blocks. You know, Jay Billis wrote an excellent piece on that, about the toughness factor and just what it takes to get through the treacherous path of Division I basketball. Young, timeout. Young thought he got fouled. Bucky Cox has written the recipe book, 100 Ways to Beat You.
Well, inside play and then a rejection. Looked like it was open. And I'll tell you, Bucky Cox's story for all of college basketball is really, really pretty amazing. Came out of high school about 40 pounds lighter, skinny kid out of Wisconsin, made himself not only a basketball player, made himself an outstanding Valley first team player, and he did it as a walk-on. Became probably the best three-point shooter in the league for somebody 6'8". Best defensive rebounder, a shot blocker. As you said earlier, 75% from the line. You don't do that unless you really work your tail off.
And the biggest thing you can say about him, he changed the program. He took a program that had struggled near the bottom of the league. And during Bucky Cox's tenure here at Drake, well, this will be win number 15 tonight for the Bulldogs if they hang on. That's 43 in a year and 3 quarters. And let's be honest, it would take Drake years sometimes to get 43 wins together.
Yeah. And you look at Cox and Young, who have been in that basic transition. They've done it with 3 coaches. Tom Davis, Keno Davis, and now Mark Phelps. And that should be a tribute to the kids, how well they can adapt to 3 different head coaches, 3 different styles, 3 different personalities, and still respond as getting 15 wins right now.
It's an excellent point because people make the mistake of thinking Keno was a Tom clone. Those two had their differences in the way they approach coaching this team. Keno now at Providence.
Philosophically and how they worked with players, difference in the press. There were some similarities, but there were definitely differences.
13-point Drake lead inside of a minute. Drake is going to get off the snide. They had lost 6 of 7 and had lost 3 home games in a row. That'll change tonight.
And Bradley had lost 3 road games in a row.
That won't change. They love it here at the Knapp Center. And Josh Young has got the smile back on his face. Bradley's season low, 56 points in their I-74 war against Illinois State on January the 6th. And a season low 18 field goals.
A tough night for Jim Les and his Braves. Going back to the one thing we talked about, and that's turnovers and patience. When you have patience offensively, you can keep those turnovers low and give yourself an opportunity to shoot the ball and get it on the rim. And defensively, the same thing. When you're patient there, you keep the other team from easy baskets and force them into something difficult.
And just put a quarter in the slot and watch Josh Young shoot free throws. Well, we've got a violation here, maybe. Yep. And Drake is going to clear the bench here a little bit. And Josh Young gets a well-deserved rest.
I think we ought to talk. Bradley, as we said, lost 2 of their big players, inside players. Warren, Egolf. So that's 40% of your starting lineup they have not had this season.
With the ball, Kid Avery, ladies and gentlemen, from Deep Haven, Minnesota. So we give Kid Avery his moment in the sun, if you will, but give Drake the victory. And Bradley with a low for the season, just 54 points. Mark Phelps' team gets a much-needed win, and they did it in impressive style. A good second half and a good end of the first half.
This was a Drake team that played, especially the second half, as they did when they were winning in that early January period. Good ball handling on the outside, turning corners, getting to the free throw line, and then having the big guys either hit that open 3 or get some garbage on the inside.
Next telecast, I'll be in Omaha at the Quest Center. That will be Wednesday night. We'll also have our Mercy Health Plans pregame show. Bradley at Creighton. That'll be next week in Omaha. Drake gets the win. They're 6 and 7 in the league. Bradley 7 and 6. For Mac McCausland, I'm Mitch Holtis. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
They got everything.
Not everything.
That's not mine.
Yo, Riggs, he said he saw 2 guys earlier. One of them was wearing a jacket.
And how does that help me?
Yo, you covered for this?
I don't know.
How could you not know?
Yo, it's not funny.
This is funny. You know what? You need to call my agent.
You should know you're covered.
Come on, man. It's not mine.
Call one of our 17,000 State Farm agents today.
I hear what you're saying. I just don't do commercials. It's not my thing.
Conan, this is different. It's a ton of money, and it's only going to be seen in Sweden.
Only in Sweden?
All the Hollywood guys do this.
This one commercial couldn't hurt.
Bud Light.
Vroom, vroom, der party starter. Vroom, vroom, party starter.
That wasn't me.
Hey, Conan. Vroom, vroom, party starter.
Party starter.
Basically, it's about symmetry. I'm good.
Be honest here, man.
Fuck it. I'm good.
My bad. I'm good.
I'm the man! I'm good.
Ready? No.
Men can take anything.
I'm good.
Except the taste of Diet Cola. Until now, Pepsi Max, the first Diet Cola for men.
Due to the length of the previous program, we now join the following program already in progress on FSN.